UConn blows out Xavier. Back-to-back dominant performances where the door was absolutely slammed shut. We're on the uptrend. This is Locked On UConn.
You are Locked On UConn, your daily podcast on the UConn Huskies. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Happy Wednesday and welcome back to another episode of Locked On UConn. I am your host, Matt Schonvisky, a two-time graduate, 10-year credentialed media member, and host of the only daily UConn sports podcast, Locked On UConn. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, the number one sports podcast network in the world. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and thank you for making this your first listen each and every single day. On today's show, we are recapping Tuesday's win over Xavier. Then, the offense is absolutely humming. We will talk through why. And finally, perception is reality. I'll let you know exactly what I mean. But first, today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. It's the last call for football on FanDuel. If you're a new customer, bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if you win. So Tuesday night, UConn back in action after Saturday's complete dominance of Creighton, and UConn did not miss a beat. 92-60 was the final. Huskies completely dominated that first half. It was 10-0 in the blink of an eye. 8 of those points, I think, were from Braylon Mullins, and he was out of the gate. UConn got out of the gate offensively, led by Braylon Mullins. He finished with 13. Silas Demery led the way with 17 points. Terrace Reed, 14. 14 from Ryba. 11 from Ross. All around effort. Solo Ball had 9. Alex Caravan had 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players were either in double figures, had 9 points. And only 2 had 9. Everyone else in double figures are those 7. What a performance for the offense. In the second segment, we're going to talk about why is the offense humming. But on the glass, UConn dominated 41-24. And Dan Hurley, pregame interview with Wayne Norman. What do you need to do tonight to come out with another win? He said, win the offense, win defense, win on the boards. And UConn did exactly that. Holding Xavier to 37% from the field, 35% from 3. UConn shot 57% from the field, 37% from 3. UConn also won the free throw battle, 78% to 64. UConn was there 18 times. Xavier was there 28 times. UConn shared the rock. 26-6 assists. We'll talk more about that in the second segment. Both teams turned it over 13 times. What a performance. What a performance, because listen, on Monday's show, I talked about that's all I needed to see with the win over Creighton on the road. Right? If you look back on what I was saying on Monday. So, what was I expecting tonight? I expected a repeat of what transpired on New Year's Eve, where it went a month gap between dominant performances, closing doors, putting games away, and being able to be comfortable as a fan, as somebody that watches the games, watches the team, follows them closely. And that's exactly what transpired again last night, Tuesday night. The best thing for me. Health, the best thing for me. Offense, the best thing for me. Defense, all those things I was watching for. And then winning the glass by 17. It was 50-22 at the half. 28-point margin. You know, these type of games are exactly what we're looking for. To confirm that we're on the other side of that dip, and now you're going to peak at the right moment. You're playing your best basketball as the season is moving to the back half of the Big East schedule. We've got, a month and a half to go, less than that, 6 weeks left in the regular season, 7 maybe, and then it's Big East tournament time. And then it's the NCAA tournament. 22-1. 12-0 in conference. 12-0. 2 games, 2 wins off of a school record for conference play. Set way back in 95. I think it was not the 94-95 team holds the record. It was 14-0 to start their Big East play. This team is doing something only a select few have ever done. But that's not what we care about here at UConn anymore, is it? It's great to be running off all these wins. In the end, they're meaningless records that they're chasing. Why? It's not completely meaningless. Let's just say that. But we're chasing 1 prize, right? 2 prizes. 3 prizes. Regular season, conference champ, NCAA champ. That's what the goal is. This program is no longer mid-90s, striving for certain records. This program wants it all, right? And that's exactly what this team is chasing. That's what I believe this team is capable of. And that's what I believe as this team continues to improve and continues to showcase themselves like they did last night and show that they are capable of putting teams away back-to-back times. Sky's the limit. We talked about this depth, this offense, this defense. Sky's the limit. And now that they have the mental fortitude to put games away, put teams away, in the first half, no less, this game was over. You could just see it. Yes, the scoreboard was showing it, but the way UConn came out and attacked, what was it like? It's like they were playing Arizona. That's the mindset. Each and every single game out. And yes, you have a big one on Friday night. So if there was going to be a letdown, when would it have been? Tuesday night. Xavier, a team you've already dominated, right? Yet they came out and blew the doors off them from the opening jump, 10-0 like that. Is that the earliest UConn chant we've gotten this season? I think so. Because they entered the game with the right mindset. Coach Hurley's got them in the right frame of mind, and they took that to the court on a game day. And I want to see that from here on out. I want to see that same level of fight, that compete, that mentality, that effort, start to finish from here on out. Especially coming out the gate. We don't know what's going to transpire on Friday. That's going to be a competitive battle. I'm not expecting Blowout City. It's going to be a battle at MSG. But the fact that they took care of business so easily on Tuesday night indicates to me that this team is ready to move forward. Is ready to continue on that upswing that we've been talking about. And is ready to go compete for a national championship. So that is a quick recap on on Tuesday night's game. On the other side of the break, the offense is humming. 92 points, like we mentioned. It goes deeper than that, and we'll tell you what I mean after this.
I'm Kalia Butler, host of Locked On Women's Basketball, and this is Mazda's Women's Basketball Snapshot, celebrating the work no highlight reel can ever capture. Number 1 ranked UConn dominated Tennessee 96-66, turning a halftime tie into a historic win and avenging last season's loss by delivering the largest margin in the rivalry's history. AZ Fudd had 27 points and Sarah Strong added 26 as the Huskies remain perfect on the season, reminding everyone why they are the reigning national champions. In the Big Ten, number 2 UCLA rolled past number 8 Iowa 88-65, powered by 22 points from Angela Dukeledge and a huge advantage in the paint, staking their claim as a national threat. These moments are earned off the clock, those long before the lights ever come on. The sweat, the fakes, the doubt, the scrapes, and coming back for more every time. Mazda puts that same drive into every detail. Wins define the moment, putting in the work, that defines you. There's more to a Mazda because there's more to you.
Back in on Locked On UConn, and we are continuing evaluation of the UConn men, this time offensively, because the offense the last couple of games, I think, is in a place that it hasn't been all season. And I think that's due to a number of things. Health, understanding of role, comfort level, and now the growth, the togetherness of this team on the offensive side of the ball is leading to offensive performances like last night. 10-0 out of the gate. We talked about that in the first segment. We talked about Braylon Mullins coming out with 8 points right out of there. But the way they were sharing the rock last night, this team is absolutely unbeatable if they play like this moving forward. The passing, the sharing of the rock, the unselfishness. There were some times when, listen, Braylon Mullins had 8 of the first 10, and he had a chance to put up a few more shots and pass them up to allow his teammates to get more involved and take better shots. You know how the announcers always like, oh, heat check. Oh, he's got to put up a heat check. No, not this team. This team is too smart for that. They don't need to fire up and to take crazy shots because you've made several in a row to try to prove some point. This team's above that. This team isn't about me. This team is about we. This team is about sharing the ball for the greater good of this team, like some of the teams in the past, like the 2023 team, like the 2024 season, right? Doesn't matter who's coming at you, except this team might be deeper than any of those other teams. Might be. Because on any single night, it could be Alex Caravan. It could be Terrace Reed. It could be Braylon Mullins. It could be Solo Ball. And how about, like we said, we're waiting for earlier this season on this show, Silas Demery. Is this back-to-back game high for Silas? Did it against Creighton. Did it tonight, Tuesday night. Is that a reason why UConn's now starting to blow teams out? Here's his line. 17 points on 6 of 9. 17 points on 9 shots. 3 of 5 from 3. 8 assists. That's key. That's key. 4 rebounds. 2 steals. What a performance by Silas. And when I say comfort level and understanding of the offense and being comfortable with the team and your role, he's getting so many open looks. Why? Talked about it on Monday. Braylon Mullins is cooking. Braylon Mullins got off to such a great start last night. Focal point of defense starts going in on him. And what'd that do? A couple of those threes from Demery, right? Wide open. Wide open shots for a guy that's going to be able to fill it up. Pick your poison defenses, because the way this team is playing right now, unselfish on the offensive side of the ball. And then the productivity down low. Again, Terrace Reed, 7 of 7 from the field. Eric Ryba, 5 of 6 from the field. Ryba put in 14 and 7. It's his first missed shot in 2 games. So whether it's on the perimeter, it's getting in the lane, it's penetration, getting to the rim, or feeding the post, or offensive rebounds, putbacks. Whatever way this offense wants to play, UConn is getting it done. UConn is executing exactly what they want and getting whatever they want. Testament, Coach Hurley and the staff. The offensive sets that they're running, that they're putting in place. This offense can't be easier. It can't look easier. It's not an easy offense. They're just running in as defenses that are not prepared to face what UConn is throwing at them. From a talent perspective, from a strategy perspective, from an execution perspective. And if somebody's not running, somebody's not hitting on all cylinders one night, someone else will step up. someone else will step up. And when you get performances off the bench like Jaden Ross, 11 points, 4 of 6 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3. And then Jalen Stewart, that catch and shoot. Putting that 3 in. He was only 1 of 5. It was the only made shot of the night. He made 2 free throws. But when this team's cooking and the team's sharing the rock, the rest of the guys feed off of it. And the sky's the limit for this team. The sky's the limit for this team with his offense playing like this, because you know what you're getting from the defensive end. You know how they're going to play on that side of the ball. It's been consistent. It has been consistent. What's been inconsistent has, in my opinion, the mentality, the effort, and then offense. And there's reasons for it. There's no excuses, but there's reasons for why they haven't been playing to their full potential. Some of that is injury. Some of that is a lot of new players. But I think we've gotten past the, hey, start a game the right way with the right mindset and give the right amount of effort. I think we are over that hump. I think Dan Hurley has gotten his point across to this roster. And I think he knew heading into Creighton, talked about this Monday. He was so public, challenging his team when faced with a question, Dan, why don't you think your team is tough? And he answered so transparently. I think he was confident that he knew. He knew it had gotten through to his guys. And since then, back-to-back blowouts. Back-to-back domination. Back-to-back putting games away. Back-to-back when you get to a certain point, no letting teams back in. This team is peaking. Starting to peak. This is not the best they can play. They can continue to get better. And if you're getting 32-point wins in Big East play, ooh, man. The rest of this season is going to be fun. The rest of this season is going to be exciting. And I think there's an opportunity to do something that's been done here a few times across the men's and women's programs. You know what I mean. So the offense, full speed ahead. It's only going to continue to get better. The comfort level, the sharing of the rock, the unselfishness. What else can you say about the offense? It's cooking. On the other side, perception is reality. We'll dive into, was there one additional thing that drove this team? Rankings. We'll be back. Tax season doesn't have to take over your life. This year, TurboTax is making it easier than ever to just hand things off and move on with your day. With TurboTax Full Service, you can have your taxes done for you by a trusted local expert start to finish without the stress or guesswork. Instead of spending hours trying to figure out forms, you can meet with a local TurboTax expert in person or connect online. Work in a different state, live in Connecticut, they have you covered. They handle everything from W-2s to self-employed forms and work to get you every deduction. You can upload your documents, go about your day, and get updates right in the TurboTax app. It's a huge time saver and gives real peace of mind knowing an expert is handling it. For a limited time, you can have your taxes done by a local TurboTax expert for just $150 all in. If a TurboTax expert didn't file for you last year, just file by February 28th. Take taxes off your plate and get back to your life. Visit TurboTax.com/local to book your appointment today. Again, for a limited time, you can have your taxes done by a local TurboTax expert for just $150 all in. If a TurboTax expert didn't file for you last year, file by February 28th. Take taxes off your plate and get back to your life. Visit TurboTax.com/local to book your appointment today. Back in on this final segment of Locked On UConn, and we are switching gears to, well, still talking men's basketball, but not the game, not execution on the court, perception off the court. Perception is reality. We all know this. UConn has been playing a lot of close games against competition that nationally in the Big East may not be perceived as the most strongest. as the best competition any longer. And I think we can all agree the Big East has taken a step back this year. So the fact that UConn went through some stretches here and we're playing close games, we're getting up and then finding themselves in close battles at the end of regulation, I think that spoke to what the perception of this UConn team is nationally. And perception is reality. So what did that lead to? It led to UConn, who is running off 18 straight now, dropping a spot in the rankings from 2 to 3. When is the last time a team has started 21-1? Undefeated in conference play, 11 games, 12 now after this win, and found themselves dropping in the rankings. They haven't lost since game 5. We just played the 22nd game of the season. And UConn dropped from 2 to 3 as Michigan, who won back-to-back 2 games over ranked opponents, they jumped the Huskies. Do you think that had any added incentive into why this team came out with that mentality? Listen, if I'm a coach, that's plaster on every locker room. That's a message I'm in every huddle. They don't believe you can do it. I'm in everyone's ear if I'm a coach, if I'm Dan Hurley. And I know he goes out of his way to help motivate his players. My guess, that was plastered everywhere. Why? Disrespect. This is a team and a program that won back-to-back national championships, has 2 of the last 3 national championships, has started 21-1, their best start, blowing away the starts that they had in those championship years. Their only loss was down 2 of their starters by 4 points to the number 1 team in the nation. And they drop a spot. You bet whatever you want that Dan Hurley was talking about the disrespect. Because I know I was. When I saw those rankings come out, my mind blown. And I think this team can use it to their advantage. This team should use it to their advantage. Yeah, you don't think we're good enough? We'll show you. We'll show you each and every single time out. We'll have the mentality like we're playing Arizona to avenge our early season loss. Except this time, we're healthy each and every single game. We're deeper than any other team. We're more efficient offensively. We can be than any other team. Our defense, when we play together, can shut down anyone in the nation. Our coaching staff is the most experienced. We have the best leader in the country in Alex Caravan. This team checks all the boxes. In getting disrespected like that, yes, it's in the grand scheme of things. Is it a big deal? It's not. Dropping from 2 to 3. Well, it really doesn't matter. But you use every opportunity to incentivize your team, to motivate your team, to get them to play like they are capable of. And that's what UConn has now done. Back-to-back games, blowouts, looking to move forward and drive towards playing the best basketball at the right time of year. Dan Hurley couldn't plan this out any better if he wanted to. Maybe there's a reason why we've had January lulls in our championship years. Maybe there's a reason why. And now this program and this team is set up to continue to move on up towards that peak and play their best when it really matters. So for today, we're going to wrap here with the UConn men. We will obviously talk about, and maybe we'll have a guest on, maybe we'll try to reach out to Dave Borges to help preview the St. John's game later this week. There's a lot going on here in UConn Nation. You've got football cooking. Jason Candle will be on the mic on Wednesday. He's meeting with the media. We will talk in detail about what is discussed there. We will try to get Jason Candle on the show. We are going to continue to start talking about UConn hockey as they return to action this weekend. We're going to try to have Mike Cavanaugh on the show. And then women's basketball. We can't forget about them, obviously, coming off that Tennessee win. They're going to be cruising here the rest of the way. We're going to be reaching out probably to Dan Connolly to talk UConn women, talk about hockey. Women's hockey program is cooking as well. So all the way through this athletic department, we're going to be busy here. We are going to be busy. You're going to be seeing more videos from us. We're going to make sure that you guys get the coverage that you deserve with the programs and the success that is happening right now in UConn Nation. Especially as we get into back half of regular seasons, especially as we start thinking about tournament time across the board with all the sports. So, if you never miss an episode, it's time to make it official. Join the Locked On Everydayer Club and get ad-free audio, access to our members-only Discord, and more, all built for our most loyal fans. Visit LockedOnPodcast.com/everydayerclub. Again, that's LockedOnPodcast.com/everydayerclub. We'll be back later on this Wednesday with another episode. Keep an eye out for that. And as always, go Huskies!